Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. In all honesty, from the Commanders' point of view, let's just get to them first. Commanders fans, there's nothing to be sad about. Absolutely nothing. Jayden Daniels, and it's sad. This is sad for me to say this because I am a Cowboys fan, but Jayden Daniels played great. To being that environment, going into the Lincoln Financial Field in your rookie season, NFC Championship game, he played well in my opinion. He really did. What cost the Eagles this game was turnovers. Turnovers. Fumbles. Bad tackling, penalties. That's what lost the Commanders this game. Easily. But now, was this a Commanders loss or more of an Eagles win? I have to say, this was an Eagles win. This was an Eagles win. Going into this postseason, I was saying this. If you played the Washington Commanders, you're going to have to outduel Jayden Daniels, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts did just that. I know the score doesn't demonstrate that, but at one point the score was 23-31, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but I think that was the score at one point. And it was well within range for them to try and, the game was a game at one point. And then Zach Bond got that turnover in midfield from Austin Eckler, punched the ball out. But Jalen Hurts was good today. He really was. Passing game for the Eagles today? Gotta tell y'all, they picked the best game to show out. They really did. NFC Championship game going into the Super Bowl. You picked the best game to get your pass game going. You really did. Jalen Hurts was 20 for 28, 246 yards. He averaged 8 yards per throw. 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, did not turn the ball over at all. He had a 72 QBR, 110 quarterback rating, passer rating. Saquon Barkley, another did his thing running the ball. Of course, he had a couple breakaway runs. Saquon Barkley at his finest. Kellen Moore's done a great job calling plays, and that offensive line continues to be one of the best units of football the last couple of years. Saquon Barkley had 15 carries for 118 yards, 7.9 yards per carry. Even Will Shipley got in there and had a 57-yard run. That just lets you know how dominant the Eagles' O-line is. But passing-wise receiving, A.J. Brown woke up. The A.J. Brown-Jalen Hurts connection was on the show today. A.J. Brown almost had 100 yards receiving. He was the leading receiver for the Eagles. He had 1 touchdown. Dallas Goedert had 85 yards. Schmitty had 45 yards. He made some play. He made big third down catches when he needed to make them. But it was just continuity on both sides. I mean, offensively, the Eagles were great. They were just complimentary football. Offensively, great blocking, great play calling, great running, great passing. All around masterclass by the Eagles offensively. And defensively, that defense was humming, forcing turnovers. I mean, every time you turn around, that Zach Bond, wow, did that man come out of nowhere. He is looking like Peanut Tillman out there knocking out the ball like he was today. Zach Bond and that defensive unit played great, led by Jordan Davis had a big sack. He had a pretty good day. Jalen Carter, of course, he was doing his thing. Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. Didn't really hear much about Gardner Johnson, but just the Eagles' defensive unit played well. They played a great game. And moving on to the Commanders side of things, like I said right when I started my soliloquy, man, Commanders fans, you got a guy. Jayden Daniels didn't back down. He didn't back down from the fight. He was not discouraged, even when the game got ugly late, and then the Commanders were fumbling the ball twice on kickoffs, if I'm not mistaken. De'Ami Brown fumbled the ball once early in the game. Austin Eckler fumbled the ball too. It was just a multitude of things. Bad penalties. Marshawn Lattimore defensively killing their defense, forcing the Eagles to get easy touchdowns right there near the goal line. That was a multitude of things. That's what caused the Commanders to lose this game. That's what it was. Penalties and turnovers. That's all it was. That was it. Even on fourth down, the Commanders were really efficient on fourth down. They were 4 for 6 on fourth down. That was good enough. They got the fourth downs that they need to make to get the fourth downs on. I think them fourth downs was probably like late in the game when the game was already over. I have it right there. Chipping away on fourth down. Jayden Daniels is special. And defensively, my God, was this defense bad today. Terrible tackling. Penalties. Back-breaking penalties. Marshawn Lattimore, stupid penalties. Late hit out of bounds, even though a lot of them were a little ticky-tacky. I think the rest were really favoring the Eagles since they were the home team, but just bad penalties. All of them were on the defense. The defense literally lost the Commanders this game. Literally, just when you thought it was going into the halftime, the Eagles were pulling away with a win. And then Washington goes and drops a 12 spot in the second quarter, and then it's like, dang, we actually got a game. You know, gives that pass to Terry McLaurin, we have a game. Jayden Daniels was not backing down. He showed up when he needed to show up, but man, this defense did not help him out at all. One thing that the head coach for Dan Quinn, he just loves getting up a lot of points in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know what it is. Just his defense just be getting cooked in the playoffs. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me. It was like that with Seattle, and it was like that with Dallas. They just put up 40 pieces on you. I don't know why. But mainly, I can't really blame Dan Quinn a lot because a lot of this had to do with the players. Bad turnovers, bad tackling. You can't do it. Even the first breakout run that Saquon Barkley had, that was god-awful tackling. Saquon Barkley ran past like 5 people. 5 white jerseys. It's pretty bad. Terrible penalties. Offsides. Specifically, the sequence with the brotherly shove right there in the third quarter in the end zone. Jesus Christ. No, it was in the fourth quarter. They had the ball on the half-yard line. They went from like the 2-yard line and got to the inch line. Not even the inch line, the centimeter line. At one point, the referee was like, if you get, I've warned the Commanders, if you get another offside penalty, they have the right to give them a score. It got that bad with penalties. It was bad. But Jayden Daniels, he didn't put the ball in harm's way. He gave it to his guy. Zach Ertz was his primary big target. Terry McLaurin was pretty non-existent going into the second half after he got that touchdown catch in the first half. But, man, both teams went for it a lot on fourth down. It was just a great game by the Eagles. And like I said, Commanders fans, you can't get mad. I mean, even in the fourth quarter for the Commanders, bad pass protection. Bad pass protection for Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels really didn't have Jalen Carter was getting to him in the middle of the interior of the line. So Jayden Daniels really didn't have an opportunity to make plays. Didn't even really have time to look down the field and even have any good throws. But man, the future is bright for the NFC East. I think the NFC is about to be another powerhouse soon. The Giants is about to get a quarterback. They already have a stud wide receiver in Malik Neighbors. The defense is good enough. You got Brian Burns, you got Kayvon Thibodeau. You want to find some more guys to add to that defense. But scary times to be a Dallas fan right now. Especially when you know Jayden Daniels is a guy. He's going to be back in this situation soon, I imagine. Washington is going to build on this. Get him some wide receiver help. Boost up that D-line, that O-line a little bit. Also on the defensive side of the ball, get some safeties and get some DBs. But nothing to be mad at for the Commanders. Your future is bright. They showed their rookie, just their babies. They look like babies out there compared to the Eagles. The Eagles look like they've been there and done that. Led by Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and the guys and Zach Bond on defense. And the Commanders look like rookies on that field. They really did. They showed. The Eagles showed that they were the big dogs. And they blew them out 55-23. The score is not very reflective of how close the game actually was going into the fourth quarter. There was still a chance. We all know what happened at the beginning of the season at Lincoln Financial, early in the season, what happened at Lincoln Financial Field when Jayden Daniels and the guys stormed back from like 21. So this game was far from over. Basically going to the Super Bowl for the Eagles. Can they translate this game going into the Super Bowl? It's going to be very interesting to see. Like I said, they had continuity on both sides of the ball. Obviously not with the field goal kicking. I don't know what they're going to do with the field goal kicking. He's been shaking a lot of field goals. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I done and forgot to Jake Elliott. Don't know what they're going to do with him. He's been pretty bad kicking the ball lately. So especially from long distances, he missed one today. So I don't know, moving into the Super Bowl, are they going to be going for a lot of fourth downs? If I'm not mistaken, they went for only 1 fourth down today. I don't even think they even got into many situations where they went to fourth down and long. We already know they're going to run the brotherly shove if they get close enough. But going into the Super Bowl, it's going to be interesting to see, can Jalen Hurts and this offense translate this type of game going to the Super Bowl, because you're going to need to do it. You're going to need to do it. Pat Mahomes and them, they're going to score. Y'all been here and done that against the Chiefs. That defense didn't stop. That defense could stop Pat Mahomes. And on the opposite side, they couldn't stop y'all. But I think going into this game, the Eagles are the better team. The Eagles are the better team. So we're just going to go ahead and translate into that to a Super Bowl matchup type of preview against the Chiefs and against the Eagles. And what I'm looking for the Eagles, you have the better team. You have the better wide receiving core. You have the better O-line. You have the better D-line. You have the better secondary. You have, I wouldn't say you have the better special teams, but you got pretty much the best thing you got the best running back. Got the best, I would say right now, maybe the best tight end. You know, Kelsey's a little old. He hasn't been really relying on Kelsey. Pat Mahomes, Goddard's been getting a lot of heavy of the load, been really blocking officially. So you kind of say you kind of got the better tight end going into this game somewhat. So you have the favorable matchup. Philadelphia don't win this game and play decent. If they get blew out, it's going to get real ugly. I mean, I get it. You're at another Super Bowl. We get it. You just faced them 2 years ago, but I know that owner. He pulls the trigger on head coaches. And now I'm not sitting here saying that Nick Sirianni is going to get fired if they lose the Super Bowl. I highly doubt that. He's got a great resume so far. I think they posted on Twitter. First season he was 9-8, went to the playoffs, didn't make it. Second year you went to the Super Bowl, won like 12, 13 games. Last year you won 11 games. This year you won 13, 14 games. You're in the Super Bowl again. Great resume in the first 4 years for Nick Sirianni. Even though he doesn't do anything, he just likes to run his mouth and just be archaic and be idiotic. But he got a lot. You can't lie. He's pretty darn efficient at his job. So that's the Eagles' point of view. You're going to have to bring continuity like this. You're going to want to pound the rock, pound the run against this team. Please do what the Bills couldn't, because they are a liability against the run game. The Eagles should easily rush for 150 plus yards against this front for the Chiefs. Easily. There should be no shadow of a doubt that Saquon Barkley should be coming out of the game with 150 yards. I promise you that. Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson, Eric Dickerson, and the guys, Cam Jurgens. What? Mekhi Becton. What? They should have a field day. Barbecue chicken all day, baby. All day. Secondary, they leave a lot to be desired too. I think Jalen Hurts should have a good job running the football. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm interested to see the bet line for this game. I'm not betting against Pat Mahomes. I'm not doing it. I've done it plenty of times, and it ain't gonna happen again. So, and for the Chiefs' point of view, that's a stout defense. So you might have some problems running the football. I don't even know how many rush yards how many rush yards did they have? Rushing, the Commanders had 99 yards rushing. So defensively, they averaged 4 yards a carry. So you might be able to run the ball against them or not. I don't really know. Just gonna have to wait and see on that. But secondary can be had somewhat. I like Cooper DeJean. I like Quinyon Mitchell. I think they have the opportunity to be a very big 1-2 combo. If Slade gets to retire in a couple, yeah, they're the future. They are the future. They are raw. They got Quinyon Mitchell out of Toledo, and Cooper DeJean fell in the second round. I don't know why. I guess because, they got the thing with the white cornerbacks. I guess I don't want to get racist, but I mean, hey, they normally don't see white cornerbacks, and they're sitting there like, well, he's very athletic, but man, is he a stud. He's an absolute stud. Vic Fangio has turned him into a big 1-2 combo. So that's something Pat Mahomes is going to have to look for. Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster. How are they going to fare well against that? Travis Kelce, I don't know. It's going to have to wait and see what Andy Reid cooks up for that. I think Andy Reid is going to get very creative in trying to combat that good defense and get away from that pass rush. because they're going to get to the quarterback. And Pat Mahomes, that offensive line is shaky, and it could get shaky against Nolan Smith and Sweat and the boys. It's going to get really shaky. So it's going to be looking for. I think that's the Chiefs' game plan. They're going to try and want to run the football and bring some play action into it and try. I don't think they want to turn it back to a drop passing type of game. Want to throw some screen passes. Just try and not stay away from that Eagles pass rush. And defensively for the Chiefs, you got to be able to stop the run first. You got to stop the run. I'd commit to the run. I'd force Jalen Hurts still to throw the football, even though Jalen Hurts did a great job throwing the football this game. I will still just wait, trust it. Make Jalen Hurts throw the football. Make him beat you. I'm making Jalen Hurts beat me. I'm betting against Jalen Hurts again. I don't care what nobody says. You can kill me for it. I don't care. I'm not letting Saquon Barkley beat me. I'm making Jalen Hurts beat me. Jalen Hurts. I'm not letting him run out of the pocket. I'm making Jalen Hurts beat me with his legs. I'm not letting Jalen Hurts beat me. I will die in my grave a happy man if Saquon Barkley don't beat me. I will go to bed. I don't even want to say I'd die in my bed. Let's just use a more positive term. Let's just say I will sleep better at night if Saquon Barkley don't beat me. If Jalen Hurts beats me, I'll power to you, pretty boy. GQ man. It needs to be on people's magazines. Sexiest man alive. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm just saying that's how bro dresses. He dresses like he's a model for Versace or something. I don't know. It's just he's got a weird fashion. But I'm not letting Jalen Hurts beat me. It's not happening. It's not happening. If I'm not surprised, I think this line they'll probably favor the Chiefs by 3 points, maybe. It's going to be a good line. Got a great game. I hate both teams. I don't like neither one of them. I didn't want neither one of them to be in the game. I really wanted a I hate to say this. I really wanted a Washington Commanders Bills Super Bowl, and I was wanting the Bills to win it all. But me personally, I really think going into this game, whoever won, I think the AFC winner is going to come out winning the Super Bowl. So I will imagine Chiefs will be favored, but it's going to be a great game, and I look forward to it. Now, that is it, and that is my recaps for the games for tonight. Another big thing that I wanted to point out too, I didn't point out, Josh Allen is 0-4 against Pat Mahomes in the playoffs right now. Yeah, not good at all.